Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. Today's video is a Let's Talk. And Let's Talk are the videos where I just share my thoughts about the upcoming game, keys to victory, what the chances are, injuries, things like that. I just talk about this game as a whole. And this week we have the Green Bay Packers in London. Now this game will be a little bit different because we don't have all of our horses. Right now, Daniel Jones is hurt. Tyrod Taylor's in concussion protocol. We're bringing in guys like Jake Fromm and Brian Lewerke in on tryouts. Davis Webb most likely has already been moved up to practice and possibly be the starting quarterback going into this game. And there's a lot of mess going on right now. And with all that said, I still do believe that the Giants have a slim chance of beating the Green Bay Packers. And it's all because of one person, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, also this defense as well. I think that our defense, along with a strong running game, if we're able to keep this game close and low scoring, I do believe we still have a slim chance of beating the Green Bay Packers, even with Davis Webb at quarterback. I know, call me crazy. Call me crazy, and sometimes I think I'm crazy myself, but that's just how I'm thinking as an optimistic fan that Davis Webb led New York Giants can beat a Aaron Rodgers led Green Bay Packers. Even sounds crazy when you say it out loud, and I've said it maybe 3 times already. But again, I think this running game with Saquon Barkley, I think our defense's strength is stopping the run, and right now the Green Bay Packers have a two-headed monster at running back. They have AJ Dillon, and they also have Aaron Jones. Now these two guys are very good running backs, a good tag team, but again, our strength is our run defense, and I think if we're able to contain that run game, we can turn around and make Green Bay one-dimensional. Now, that also sounds crazy because Aaron Rodgers is plenty enough to go ahead and beat the New York Giants. But I think that with consistent pressure, which I think we can generate, and getting to Aaron Rodgers, a couple of knockdowns, maybe batting some passes, maybe just a couple of sacks, and I think we can. Maybe we can't make him lose his composure, but we can frustrate Aaron Rodgers because he's shown that he can be frustrated. He might not be able to be beat, but he can be frustrated. And I will take my chances against a frustrated Aaron Rodgers any day, especially with this Wink Martindale system on defense. Now, again, those are big chances, right? Everything has to go right if something like this has to happen. But again, that's what happens when you have faith in your team, faith in the coaching staff, and you have optimism, because for the first time in a long time, the team that you've been rooting for seems to be moving in the right direction. And I think the Giants are, in fact, that team that is moving in the right direction. Now, all of the wins won't come year one. I understand that. And right now, 3-1 feels fantastic. But these next 2 weeks, Green Bay and then coming back home and playing the Baltimore Ravens, these are going to be those type of games where you really realize what this team is going to be. Now, I think that we're cheated absolutely because Daniel Jones won't be playing this week possibly. And like I said, his status is still up in the air. And obviously, I would love to see Daniel Jones against the Green Bay Packers, Daniel Jones against the Baltimore Ravens, and hopefully we're probably going to see Daniel Jones against the Baltimore Ravens. But right now in this Green Bay game, you want to see DJ play against this Green Bay Packers because you want to see the head-to-head of quarterbacks. You want to see how these guys measure up. Now, there's a lot of people that are already out on Daniel Jones. At some point in time, I was as well, but right now he's starting to win me back a little bit. I can say that too because, first of all, I root for the team first, and he's our quarterback, so I'm rooting for Daniel Jones by default. But also, he's giving me something to cheer for too, because regardless of his 71 yards last week, he did rush for 2 touchdowns, and those 2 touchdowns helped us win the game, along with a strong running game from Saquon Barkley. And then when Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor went down, what did they do? They put Saquon Barkley in the Wildcat, and they were able to get a first down, get into a position to kick a field goal, but ultimately, did miss that field goal, and that sucks. But you did see them You did see the offense be able to move the ball with the Wildcat. Now, I don't need that to happen at all again this week. Again, Davis Webb is going to be brought up. I believe he starts because of the ankle with Daniel Jones, and with Tyrod Taylor being in concussion protocol, he won't play at all because of what happened with Tua last week. I think they're going to crack down on the concussion protocol with these teams, and a lot of these guys that can possibly come back after a couple of days won't, just because the league is looking out for themselves, but I think also that's good for the players ultimately. And you hate to see a play like that happen with Tyrod Taylor, because it seems like every time this guy gets a little bit of a break, he ends up getting hurt. And deja vu, right? Okay. So now getting back to the Green Bay Packers, one of the things I think helps us, in this game is that Aaron Rodgers does not seem to have the chemistry, with his wide receivers yet. Again, this is a young wide receiver room. They did bring back Randall Cobb, but outside of that, you have Romeo Doubs, you have Lazard, you have Christian Watson, and it's a lot of young guys that he still needs to build chemistry with. Now, he can get all the chemistry in this one game against the Giants. That's not something that's far-fetched. But in the games that I've watched so far this year from the Green Bay Packers, he seems like he's a little bit off with his receivers, and they're depending a lot on that running game. And again, the strength of the New York Giants is their rush defense. So if we're able to contain those running backs and make Aaron Rodgers one-dimensional, but also bring that pressure, knock him down, bat some balls, get some sacks, things like that, I think that our chances of winning the game are absolutely there. But again, this is still Aaron Rodgers. At any given time, he can have one of those crazy games where he throws for 400 yards, 4 touchdowns, and it can be just that. But I think I trust in our defense so much. I trust in Wink Martindale so much that they keep this game close. And if you can hold the Green Bay Packers to under 20 points, then I think the New York Giants can score 20 plus and win this game ultimately, possibly 21-17, 21-16, but it can go either way. And again, I don't have us winning this game, but if I did have us, or if I did choose that or select the Giants to win this game, I think that would be the score. Now, ultimately, I don't think that's going to happen, because that's a lot to ask from Davis Webb. That's a lot to ask from Saquon Barkley, for him to just keep throwing the team on his back and carrying us to these victories. It's a lot to ask every week, and it shouldn't be something that we ask him to do. But if we are going to win this game this week against the Green Bay Packers, that's exactly what's going to have to happen. Saquon Barkley is going to have to put the whole team on his back. Dexter Lawrence is going to have to put the whole defense on his back. Xavier McKinney, the rookie Kayvon Thibodeau, everybody. There's going to be some players out there that need to throw this team on their back and carry us to victory. Do I think it's possible? Yes. Is it probable? Maybe not. But that's just how I feel about this game. So what I want to do is I just want to thank you guys for vibing with me. Again, this is a Let's Talk where I just, share my thoughts with you guys, throw some ideas out there. And again, if you have any ideas, any thoughts about this game, some keys to victory, please put that in the comments down below. And please like, comment, and subscribe. The channel is growing. I keep saying that. I'm almost at 800 subs now. Let's get this thing to 1,000 people. So if this is your first time here and you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you like this Giants content that I'm bringing to you guys, on a weekly basis, multiple times a week. Because I love doing it. I love this team. But again, from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.